Hi everyone, I'm Hales and welcome to my channel. Today is a Friday Sews video. That's a hashtag started up by Jen by Today in Jen's Sewing Room. If you haven't checked out Jen, I will put her channel in the description box below. I did a Friday Sews last week, so I'll put last week's video linked down below. But today is an update, and if you're subscribed to my channel, if you're not, please do so. But you'll know that what I'm working on, which is the acajou trousers by Deer Doe. That's how it's spelled and pronounced really badly by myself. Now I bought these because they were flat front and fly front with elastic back, and I thought that they would help me because I've had such trouble in the past with making trousers. So over at Ultimate Trousers, I've tried a Tzuti pattern, a bird pattern, I've done the Short Fit Designs pants kit. Nothing has fitted. Even I did a trial of the Arum pants by Helen's Closet. Just can't get the fit or the general look right. So I thought this would be good because the elastic in the back just helps with like fluctuating weight. So if anyone's similar to me, I have got some ready to wear trousers which have a zip front fly, which help because I have about a 10-inch difference between my waist and my hips, and that opening at the front just helps me to pull them on, and that means I don't have to have too much elastic at the back. Well, I don't know anyone else, but when you see people who say, oh, and I made these trousers and I made these trousers, like especially as soon as the patterns just come out, I find it quite disheartening because when I try and do that, it just doesn't fit. And I've had 2 episodes now, which if you followed me, you'll see that I'm still not there yet. So I will update you now and I will grab them. They're on the floor in pieces, but just to show you what I've quickly done this morning. So the trousers or pants, they do have a centre front seam and then one piece at the back. Now this is the back piece that I have cut out. So I have basted and then pinned, and I've trialed and error. I've just like been mucking around with the pattern. So at one point I then did add on, this is the side seam of the back. I then did add extra on because Deer Doe sizing does not go very high at all, and I didn't realise when I ordered the pattern that I was their top size. Anyway, so I've added some, but there was loads of excess, loads of ease, like all down the back of the leg. They were just huge. So what I've done is from the, sorry to duck and dive, but I refer to this. So the Pants the Real People book, and they said to suggest taking a wedge all the way down the centre of the back of the leg from the waist right down. And they did fit fine, just above like my bum, they fitted fine. It was just below that they were really big, and I thought, well, I can't afford to be taking any fabric out of there. But in the book, they say to take the wedge from the waist all the way down, and then where you need it. So like here, I can't take, it's like 2 inches, so I don't have enough excess to take 2 inches out, but it says to add that onto the side seam. So here I'd already added some on, but I do need to add on a further 2 inches and then blend that in. So by taking, so that has gone all the way down. So what I will do, so I've unpicked this so I can lay it out flat. I'm going to redraw it onto tracing paper, so I've got a flat piece, so I know what I'm doing. So I'm going to add at the top there, add that bit to the side, and then as I go down, I'm not going to be adding. So that is all taken out. And I will do a test garment to see how that fits. I've ordered some black cotton fabric, just some cheap fabric, which is on its way. I've had an update yesterday that has been dispatched, so it hasn't reached the courier yet, and it's not coming today. So maybe tomorrow, if not Monday, the fabric will arrive, and I need to obviously pre-wash that and what have you. But hopefully then I can try in a more drapey fabric, because this is just made out of my parents' old curtains, so it's very stiff fabric. And that's where I'm up to. So I have added onto the front piece, I added a wedge onto the inside seam because the front seam was like twisting towards my inner leg. So that's like for if you have sort of larger thighs, to add a bit more width onto that. I know there is something, if you watch Karina over at Lifting Pins and Needles, she suggests something with the actual, like, adding to the curve of the front crotch, but I just wanted to try this with the inside leg to see how that looks, and if it's not right, then I will look at then the crotch curve. But I have shortened the front crotch by 1 inch, and I did add ½ inch of rise to the back crotch, because sometimes I find that trousers like dip down at the back, but the Deer and Doe patterns, they are drafted for pear-shaped figures, so they are designed for a more, should we say, fuller bum. So actually I don't think I need that ½ inch that I added, because it's sort of like there was excess fabric between that and the waistband, so I think I might just cut that off. So yes, so that was today's mini project, because I've had a stinking headache I'm on day 3. I've got like sinus pain, it's like all up here, it's like anyway, so that's why I'm not doing lots of sewing at the minute. But yes, so pinned all the way down, gonna like cut that out, and then with all the other pieces as well, I only did it on, I'll probably put some photos on, but I only altered one leg, so the other leg I just have something to compare it with. So I don't know, there's a bit of excess fabric below the knee at the front, but obviously you need to be able to bend. But if I make them in a stretch woven, then obviously then the fabric has that bit of give. So I don't know, in the past I have over-fitted trousers and then there's no room at all. It's just getting that balance right. But I think from looking online for trouser fabric, a lot of them are like stretch cottons when they suggest for trousering, so it has that bit of stretch just to help. So I will keep you posted on that, but that is what I've been up to this week. So that is an update. If you've watched episode 1 and 2, this is the update of where I am. So I just need to cut that out of a fresh muslin, but I don't have any more fabric at the minute to use. Yes, fabric. Now, and when I was drafting like extra bits here and there and everywhere, I used something which was sent to me by Anna from You Got Me in Stitches. She sent me this at Christmas time, and she ordered this little sewing pouch for me, and so I'm keeping all like my pens and pencils, and then here I've got like my glue stick for sticking PDF patterns together, because I don't know about you, but when I'm like rummaging around for a pencil, kids have generally nicked all the pens and biros, so I need to have my own stash, and they're just like some in this drawer, some in that drawer, all over the place. So thank you, Anna. Oh, and if you're wondering why it says Haley on it, because my name is Haley, but growing up as a teenager, certain family and friends would call me Hales, and my brothers still call me Hales. Sometimes my dad refers to me as Hales, so I kind of go by either name, but I just thought for my channel name that it was a bit shorter and a bit easier catchier just to name it Hales. So yeah, so that was that. I was naughty and ordered a pattern this week, which Sew Your Own Wardrobe, they had 20% off their site, but I was looking for bright colour fabrics because I'm experimenting with colour. I'm not convinced this is my colour, but it's so cosy because it's fleece back sweatshirt. I got it from Andrea at the Pink Door in Ireland, and her channel I'll put down below, but she does live chats and things from her shop that she has in her house that she started up last year. So if you want to have a bit of a nice get together with some sewing people on a Sunday, she does them most Sundays and schedules them in, so for like a live appointment. And so you can there's just chit chat. She shows you new fabrics. She actually ran a competition, and I won a voucher for her shop, but I haven't spent it yet because I'm just waiting for payday, because I want to order a few bits and pieces, because the shipping from Ireland is more expensive because it's outside of the UK, so I want to make it more worthwhile. So I'm holding on to my gift card probably until next month, and then I'll spend it. Anyway, that's what I'm wearing, and it's a Simplicity Sew House 7 pattern, which I'll pop down below because I'll put it on screen because I can't remember the number of it. But anyway, back to the subject, the Sew Your Own Wardrobe website, couldn't find anything that I liked in terms of the fabric. They were kind of dark, wintry fabrics, and I want something bright, but the discount applied to all their site. So I ordered the Closet Core pattern, and this is the Fjord skirt. And if I flip it around because it shows it off better, I like the idea of the wrap version, this one here, because like I said in last week's episode of Friday Sews, this year is all about adjustable waists for me, and I just think having something in an adjustable waist that you can either expand or decrease, or have that bit of just extra comfort when we're at home, perhaps not moving around so much as what we normally would, and perhaps eating a bit more than we should do. I don't want to make fitted garments, I don't want to make really loose things either, so I want something which I can get wear out of and it's comfortable and will adjust with me. So yeah, I saw this and I just thought, do you know what, that looks like it would be suitable for having like made in a wintry fabric, or in the summer in like a linen mix or something like that. So these patterns are quite expensive, so I will be tracing it, but as there are like 3 different versions, I thought that would be a good wardrobe staple and it's worth investment, and then I got a 20% off. And the other thing I have to show you is, let's have a look. I had my fabric, so I would have shown you these patterns that I picked up in the Black Friday sales, and the fabric arrived this week. And I ordered this fabric, I think it's between Christmas and New Year, and there was a sale on at what they call Rainbow Fabrics in Kilburn. And I was like, Kilburn, that sounds Scottish, but it's not, it's in London. So it shows how good my geography is. But I got this I think they're all viscose, but they feel very different. So this one here, this animal print, and that is to make a Melilot, Deer Doe Melilot, and I originally ordered them because I thought they would go for work. I thought that would look nice tucked into a black skirt, but I think equally that would go just as well with jeans. So I bought that one, and then, sorry, I've just realised it's in my drawer. This is inside out. This feels like a viscose, I think it's a viscose crepe, because it feels very crepe-like, and all the lips. Now, because this is blue, I don't know if if you follow Joy Bernhardt or Viv Mom Sews, that they have started up a new challenge which is running, everything's falling off my lap again, where are we? So they've got a challenge that they've just launched this week from the 13th of January running through until the 13th of February, and it's called Joy Viv Sew Blues. So I will put the hashtag up on the screen here, and it's over on Instagram. So if you sew something out of blue, completely blue fabric or fabric with blue in it, take a picture of it, preferably on with that hashtag, and you can be in the chance, in with a chance, that's it, I can't get my words right, in with a chance of winning 2 prizes. One is open worldwide, the second prize is just for the States. But if I get that made, that was for Melilot as well, so if I get that made, then I will be entering that, and obviously if it fits. But yeah, if you want to join in as well, go and pop over to their YouTube channels. I'll put their details down below, and they've got all the rules and everything else and all the details of that competition. The other challenge, I am getting sidetracked, I've got one more fabric to show you. There is another challenge over on, I think it's Instagram, run by Natural from Natural Dane and Myra Lorraine, and they're running for Black History Month in February. They're running a competition or challenge where you then have to sew a pattern from a black pattern designer, and I think there are hashtags you obviously have to use, so I will put all the details. I don't think all of them have been released yet, but yeah, so there is something coming up for that, which is quite interesting for me, because I then get to find out which pattern designers are black pattern designers, because all the ones I know are generally white, not women of a certain age. I don't really know off the top of my head any black designers, so put in the comments down below, please let me know of any where you have then used their patterns and it's a good pattern recommendation for maybe other people to then try as well. But I thought that was quite a good one, and there are quite a few people who are promoting and ambassadors for that. I know Kira from Island Sewcialist, Crystal from Crystal Sews and stuff, and some other people as well. They're all getting involved and promoting it. So go and check out those channels and check out their Instagram and the Black Makers Matter Instagram hashtag, because I think all the details will be posted on there. Right, back to one more fabric which my husband saw on the washing line. He said it looks really grannified, so honestly, husbands, what we're gonna do. it's this is from Rainbow Fabrics as well, and this is the viscose, and I just thought, oh, you know, when you order something online and you see a little tiny snippet and you just think, but that was to make, I think I've got 3 meters, and that was to make an Arum dress, because I thought, because we got the princess seam, and because this is quite a busy print, I wouldn't have to worry about print like pattern matching. And if I use a plain fabric, you've just got to be really smooth on those princess seam lines, and I don't often make things which are princess seam, and sometimes I do struggle and I get a few puckers. So this may be a wearable toile, wearable muslin, so we'll see. I'll keep you posted about that one. But I'm one of those strange people who has to do one project at a time. So I don't really have a pile of like UFOs like a lot of people do. So I would, like with the trousers, I'm making these trousers and trying to get them to fit, and I don't have the other fabric to actually make the proper pair in, but I will wait, because if I drift off into another project and start doing that, I won't then go back and probably finish off the trousers. So I'm very much a one project at a time kind of girl. So until the trousers are made, nothing will probably happen. So just, you know, just call me a weirdo, but that's where I am. I'm just checking, I did make a note, so I wanted to make sure that I mentioned everything that I wanted to mention. I have been, oh, that's it, going back to patterns. So I bought the fuel skirt. I bought quite a few patterns recently as well, and I'm, like I said in my last video, I'm pattern rich, fabric poor, so I would be more drawn to buying patterns than I would be fabrics, I suppose, because it's cheaper, but then you end up with quite a lot like sat in the drawer that you don't make. But I don't know if you've seen the latest one by True Bias. I haven't even written it down because I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but it's a cardigan, but it's a button-up cardigan, and I've seen so many people with who like Blackwood cardigan, the Harper cardigan by Sinclair Patterns, where they sit open. They're long cardigans that sit open. I like a crossover, and I like to be able to button it up or to snuggle into it, and this looks exactly like the kind of cardigans that I normally wear. And I was like, oh, there is like either 10 or 20% off until Tuesday. I don't know whether to just buy it, and then because I don't have the fabric to make anything with it, because I've just bought fabric to make shirts, and I don't have any more room to even store the fabrics that I've bought in there until I've made something and then made room. But I was like, I don't know, I'm really tempted to get it. I did have a McCall's pattern, can't remember, I'll put the number on the screen, but I had a McCall's pattern for a cardigan and didn't realise when I bought it that it only went up to a certain size. It wasn't like the full size range, so I had to extend it out, and then never really got the fit right, and I think I cut into that pattern rather than traced around it. So although that is a drop shoulder button up cardigan, I don't have it in my size, so I am really tempted to buy this, and the photos look so nice, and they're made in really snuggly fabrics, and I don't think it needs to be stretch fabric either, as long as the cuffs are in like a ribbing or something like that. You could just use like a snuggly fabric which doesn't stretch, so it has quite a few options, and obviously you can make a lightweight version for like spring. It doesn't have to be just a wintry thing, but I really like it, and I keep seeing it now pop up because I think it was only released maybe yesterday, so it's like fresh on my feed on Instagram, or my Instagram is I'll put on the screen, where I do post my updates generally on my stories and bits and pieces along the way, so if you want to keep in touch on what I'm up to. Sorry, my son's homeschooling at the minute.
Can you hear me, sir?
I'm going to have to stop talking because my son is on a live lesson now for homeschooling. So enough of my waffle. I will sign off now and hopefully see you in a few days when I've worked on my trouser and give you an update on my trousers. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.